Boom, 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 boom. Woo. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Yes,
oh,
it is.
Man.
No, it's not.
Man, oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SVW Podcast. My name is Roman.
Bienvenido.
I'm here with Heck,
Yep.
Woody,
Yes, sir.
and Doug.
What's going on, guys?
And we have a jam-packed episode for you guys today. We went to Concrete Hell this weekend. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk through our Full Gear predictions for this coming weekend's show. Is WWE becoming a monopoly of all wrestling? And speaking of WWE, we're going to talk about the Netflix predictions and more surprises. But before we get into all that, Woody has some shop notes for us.
The most important thing in the world, guys. I don't know if this is a Friday that feels like a Wednesday, but we're talking about Mick Foley tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
me
is a
too.
Friday that feels like
I
a
was like, I don't
Wednesday.
think it's
Yeah. Tomorrow at the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and I got it right for the first time on the first try.
There you go.
That's how you
Boom.
know what's really fucking
Mic
happening.
drop.
This
Walk
is real.
off.
That's all I gotta do, baby.
That's it.
Nailed it.
Show's over.
We're talking Mick Foley's gonna be there, guys. We're bringing Mick Foley up there, bringing him to you
Is
guys.
Dude Love gonna be there?
I haven't heard word. There's rumors. There's rumors that Dude Love, Cactus
Yeah.
Jack is in the area. I know that he's already going to be
He's
in the
been
area.
cited in the
Nice.
area.
But dude, meet and greet stuff with just one of the best men in wrestling. It's going to be an awesome time. We hope
Yeah.
to see you guys there.
GCW Fan Fest.
Dream on. I think is
Dream
what
on.
it's
Yeah,
called.
Dream On.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's gonna be there. I saw they just announced JBL.
JBL.
Oh, wow.
John
You
Bradshaw
know, he's
Layfield.
everywhere
awesome.
right now, so
Yo.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
Talk about like.
We'll play
Oh
some
my
poker
God.
with that guy.
I love him, bro.
Yeah, I'm
he's,
excited
He's,
for
he's
that.
really like keeping his
The best
keeping his
thing
career
he's
up.
ever did is the unnecessary door gimmick. Was always the greatest thing with AP
Oh, yeah,
backstage.
yeah.
It's incredible.
Where you'd walk up and he's like, no, go knock on the door. And you had to go back to this door that's just sitting up there for no reason
No
whatsoever.
wall, just a door.
Yeah, it's one of the best
I
gimmicks
also thought
of
he
all
was
time.
brilliant on commentary. A lot of people didn't like him, but I liked him on
Well,
commentary.
he's kind of a bully, you know.
I know, but that's a good heel commentator.
It's not bad. He's kind of a bully in real life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're sitting here. We run the wrestling store. We got all these people coming in and out, and occasionally you get someone who's
You never know who's gonna come in.
You
And we've
never
said
know
it
it's gonna
before,
be.
and we'll say it again.
Ooh, that rhymed. I
Mhm.
like that.
It didn't rhyme.
We had Nick Gage stop in.
Nick effing Gage.
Okay,
MDK.
you want to talk about?
MDK.
You were talking about Mick Foley, hardcore legend.
Oh, bro.
Does he like keep like a
Deathmatch
pizza
legend.
slicer like in his like back pocket, like
If he
on,
did-
on ready, on go?
If he doesn't have it on him, we had one here for him.
Yeah, right.
We had one of his
Yeah.
pizza. So
Signed.
it's Betty Crocker. It's their sign.
Is it Betty Crocker?
It's a Betty Crocker, yeah.
That's awesome.
It's not. Wait, it was. I think we're just going out here like some.
Betty Crocker's gonna
Some
do a
Target
collab
brand?
with him.
Wow, that would
Nice.
be crazy.
That'd be amazing.
I don't
Yeah.
think Betty Crocker's big into deathmatch wrestling.
Nick Gage,
think
Betty
so.
Crocker,
You never know, though.
exclusive pizza cutter.
I will say this: you see someone who wrestles in deathmatch, and you see the shit they do,
We saw it the other night, Roman.
and you're like, "Well, this person's an insane man.
Mhm.
Obviously, he's got to be out of his mind, right?" Nick Gage is like a good fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's like
talking
a
about this-
genius. Like
I was just like blown away by like, oh, you're like a regular dude. For some reason, I couldn't picture him as just a regular guy
Bro.
until I met him, and I was like, fucking A, he's like super polite, looks you in the eye, handshakes, very nice, well spoken, interesting as all fuck.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, the stories he would kind of just casually throws out there. You're like,
light
holy
flex,
hell.
bro. Light flex.
But just like little things like him growing up around ECW.
Yeah.
Like I'm showing him posters for like Barely Legal.
Right.
He was like, I was there.
Wow, that's really cool.
You know, it was like I was at that
That was
show.
that's what inspired me to do this.
He was at the other one with Tommy Dreamer. You know, he's cuffed and bleeding. He's like, yeah, I remember that. I was there. Like he,
That's so awesome.
that's the reason this guy is who he is.
I
is
was in the
'cause
splash zone.
he literally grew up
Yeah,
around
yeah,
this, and ECW has to be like the engine that drove him to be like the maniac that he is today.
DC F&W.
Yeah.
Nick effing Gage.
But it was just really cool, like I said, to see this guy come through, and I know he's got a lot of stuff up in the air right now, so just keep an eye out for what he's going
For
to
sure.
be doing here, because it's fucking.
Never know.
He's got some stuff cooking. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There's some. Yeah, we're excited for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we say that about these guys all the time. You see them in the ring, they're cutting each other up. We saw a guy do a power bomb onto concrete this past weekend. We're about to talk about that, but and then you talk to him like after the show or whatever, and they're just
Like the biggest teddy
nicest,
bears, the nicest
sweetest
guy.
people.
I had customer come in, and these guys will get into him a little bit slack. Like, she was his cousin, and she showed me, like, pictures of him, like, a little kid sitting on the couch like this. And I'm like, no way, that's, like, this monster of a man. She was like, no, like, he was just, like, a good little kid. Like, I was like, that's crazy.
Speaking of deathmatch, me and Gunky, along with friend of the shop John Amendola and Pedro.
Pedro was there.
Pedro was in the house. We went to H2O.
Did you bring his cat?
Nope, his cat was not there.
Okay.
What?
He'd be posting about his cat all the time
Oh,
on
he
his
does.
stories.
He does.
It's a little crazy.
We
Because you don't
went.
get none.
We went to the.
Damn.
We hit the H2O Wrestling Center this weekend for Concrete Hell, and what a show!
Before
was
you even
crazy.
get it, what a name.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah,
it was
like-
it was certainly that. It was certainly that. I'll
It
tell
Sounds
you
like a
that much.
jail, like a prison.
Well, it sounds like
Gotta
being
go.
on the freeway when you get one of those traffic.
yeah.
That's what I thought. Where's my
I think
thoughts?
it's jail. Like, I got to do five years up at the Concrete Hell.
Yeah,
This is
true.
this shows me and Hex different experiences in life.
Yeah,
Worst thing I could possibly think of was traffic. Am I right? And
Jail.
And he was like, "Oh, that one time I was falsely imprisoned." Yeah,
Bad
that's
Hair
right.
Bandit.
Google it. Bad Hair Bandit.
Yeah, Google Bad Hair Bandit. You'll find what you're looking
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
for. Allegedly. But yeah, the show was incredible. Gunky's first time at H2O. Same
Yeah.
with John. Same with Pedro. Actually, all three of them.
Oh, really?
First time at H2O.
John was what surprised me the most.
It was his first deathmatch show.
Yeah, Johnny Amendola. He's a wrestling guy. He loves
He
this shit
is,
around
he
here.
is.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. It was a very, 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 very good show, and also it was like I think that I went to probably the best. Like, this was probably the best first show I could have gone to for H2O.
Yeah.
It really seemed like it was
you
a
could
hell
say
of a
that
show.
again.
It was a powerhouse show. Like, it was star-studded. We had, Marcus Mathers, had our guy Sean Smith,
Yeah.
world title shot. It was really a fucking spectacle, honestly.
One on
And-
ID, one future ID.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
Wherever AEW's version of ID is.
Yeah.
Right.
And then of course Shellac and Tremont is the main event, and it's hard for me to put into words what
like
I saw.
Gaiju. It's like King Kong versus Godzilla.
It
like-
really was,
No.
and
It was fucking insane. It was really, honestly, surreal to see some of the shit that I saw. So first off, so it took them they didn't even do a intermission because I
Yeah.
think they knew that it was going to take like
20 so minutes.
it was like 35, like 40 minutes
set it
to
all up.
like put all these concrete slabs in this ring.
Pavers.
So like
They're
I'm
real pavers.
outside. You'll see more on our Instagram, but like I was doing interviews with the fans outside during this.
show them what it was. Show them what they were wrestling on.
Oh yeah. Well, wait, I'll get to that. Hold on, I got a great
Let it out of the
review.
bag.
Yeah,
Let,
he's
let
got
me,
a
let, me,
thing.
let me let me just paint a picture here.
He's doing JA hands.
So I go.
Okay, Picasso.
So I go back in after the interviews. The ring is literally like sinking in on itself because obviously of the weight of all these fucking insane cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And so they just start going at it and they're just taking bumps like it's nothing. Like they start doing superplexes, and honestly the craziest thing that I saw was they get these little it's for like roofing. I forget what they're
the long strips.
no, it's like I should remember what they're
The
called. They're like a
squares.
classic
I don't know what they're
death
called,
match.
but yeah,
they're like
they
gussets
stick
or
in
something
you.
like that. I forget
Yeah,
what they're
yeah.
called, but it's something like that. And so it's just basically just spikes to like keep your roofing on your house. And so he fucking puts it in Tremont, smacks it in Tremont's head, gives it a big old. Like that's bad enough, right? I see Heck over here
Right.
cringing,
Yeah.
but then he picks up a cinder block and he smacks the fucking thing deeper into his head, and
Yeah.
Tremont goes down. He pulls it out, and the shit is squirting. The
Yeah,
blood
it-
is squirting out of
shit.
his head.
I've seen leaking. I've never seen squirting.
No, it was like full blown.
Hey, yo.
It was insane. It was literally one of the most craziest. I don't ever like look away or cringe.
Yeah,
like
I feel the same.
I literally-
There were a couple times I was like, oh, I cannot watch that.
Were the kids there?
there were children there, yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
and they were into
There
it.
was a little girl?
Yes, there was
Yes,
a little girl
yo.
there.
She's always there,
She's
right? Yeah.
always there, but it's always funny
Yeah.
because she's like standing on the chair, like, rip his head off, kill him, and I'm just like,
But I
It's
did.
past your bedtime.
I did bring the shop back a little souvenir because I think this was the second ever concrete death match in the United States ever.
Yeah.
And the other one was H2O2
in all 50 states.
in
Yep.
all 50 states. The only second time ever. So I did bring back the shop a little souvenir. Here, give me a second here.
Yeah, who was the first one with?
Mickey Knuckles and Tremont.
Yeah.
Mickey, is that blood on it?
Yeah. For the viewers or for the listeners at home, rather, he is holding up a concrete paver signed by Schlack and the bulldozer Matt Tremont, and it does have a little bit of blood on it.
It's got a good.
The blood adds to it for me.
Of 100%. I was like, make sure you get one with blood on it.
Do you
Yeah.
want to put it? I have papers like that in my backyard. Do you want to like put it in there as like a Walk of Fame situation?
It's pretty sick, actually. It's
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
good.
This will be at the shop now. In
Yeah,
our,
come see it.
Museum. Come see Tremont's blood.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna come chip a piece off and like clone them.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need two of either of them.
I think we do.
That's a frightening thing.
What if it merges their blood and it creates a new like version of both of them, and it's just a death match? Fucking god,
Just made to die.
Yeah.
Was this Tremont's last H2O up here? I'm hearing rumors of him possibly moving a little bit, or
No,
Tremont last match in Philly or something
I'm
like that.
not sure. I did
All
not
right.
hear anything about that.
I know he just
but-
got back from Australia.
Yeah, he's the death
down-
match down under world.
So I'm
or
sure he's gonna have to go.
Australian
He's
champ.
gonna have to go
Could you
defend
say that again with the accent though?
Death match down under.
Thank you.
Down under.
But yeah, the show was awesome. Obviously, unfortunately, Sean Smith did not go over.
What?
Boo.
Sean didn't win the belt.
I know.
But I know he's a
That
bullet- he's-
devious fucking Declan Grant.
Declan Grant,
That asshole.
dirtbag Declan Grant.
Yeah,
He
man.
real dirtbag, that guy.
I know that Sean's got the bulletproof belt right now. I thought he was going to become like a little mini belt collector.
I know.
here.
Me too.
No,
who did Marcus
he had him
Mathers fight?
pinned. The ref was just down.
If you're a fan of Marcus Mathers, I know 2800 Studios right now is selling his shirt online.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
it is very
it's
sick.
pretty fucking cool. It's a good indie merch piece. I saw that.
Oh, because he's working with GCW too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool. Some of the indie shirts are not the greatest.
Yeah, they're
As
just
a- as
super
a-
simple.
As a person who like made T-shirts for a living for a while, I'm just like, you could have done better than
Just
that.
says like Mathers.
But, like that one, I remember saying, I sent it to Gunky. I was like, this is actually really good.
He was in. It was a 4-way for the #1 contendership. Mouse, Austin, Luke, Cody Manhorn, and Marcus Mathers.
Mouse
And-
was in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mouse won.
Did
Mouse
he?
did win.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then he went on to do his #1 contendership that night after Sean's match. And
Yeah,
then he got jumped.
He got jumped, and he was defeated by DQ by Declan Grant.
And wasted the #1 contender, man.
Yep. They
But
tricked
yeah.
him.
I had a family friend named Mouse growing up. He used to get drunk on cheese that he soaked in alcohol. Everyone called him Mouse.
Really? And then did he start wrestling for
I don't know. He went to
H2O?
he went to prison. Don't worry
Oh,
about that.
okay.
So, yes,
Well, he
not,
went to the concrete hell.
not,
went to
not he went to
prison.
concrete
He
hell.
went to federal prison for soaking his cheese.
Oh,
and
he probably
alcohol.
the man in there. He's soaking, making some wine, and he's making some. Yeah, right.
Wine and cheese. It's a beautiful pairing.
Right.
Why
He's
not
making
just
some
one
toilet
thing?
wine.
It is.
I have a feeling it wasn't
Eric.
wine. I have a feeling it was like moonshine.
I
Yes.
think
He's like
Yes.
taking because in jail you can get like polio string cheese. So he's like soaking that in like toilet
Also-
wine.
I did not know
Oh
that.
my
I did not know
God.
you can get polio string cheese in jail.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird,
I mean,
right?
it's not polio brand, but it's,
Oh well, if it's not polio,
it's string
fuck it then.
cheese.
Yeah,
of
it's
sorts.
string. It's adjacent to poly.
Yeah.
And real quick, we were talking about merch. I wanted to say Chris from Stash Pages also stopped in last week.
Oh, sick.
And I
Shout
don't
out
know
Stash
if,
Pages.
if you're like a fan of wrestling merch and like bootleg stuff, and like he's one of those guys that's been doing it at like top level
One of the
shit.
goats,
And
yeah.
Totally.
he's like loves wrestling. Goes down to Mexico, lucha shit. You have this light. I don't know if you can see the
Yeah.
light in the back here. That's the
light,
Stash
that's
Pages
Stash
light.
DC
Just shout out to him for coming through. I've been buying his shit for over a decade.
Yeah. he's
And so I was like, really like kind of geeked to meet him.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
nerd.
yeah, he's just a guy. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I make wrestling shirts, and I'm like, oh my god, it's him. It's really him.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
I was wearing his Doom shirt the other day. Ron Simmons and Butch Reed, fucking first ever black tag team champion
Oh, I
in
know all
WCW.
about
Damn.
Oh, I know. Damn.
Not that.
what he was
fuckers.
most known for.
What do you-
That
I
catchphrase.
hate you guys.
Belittling.
Belittling Ron Simmons to one catchphrase.
Well, look, we have a big
And a
pay-per-view
door.
coming up. We need to talk about Full Gear. AEW is this weekend, and gonna run through.
Same day as Mick Foley.
Same day as Mick Foley. Same day as the Dream On Fan Fest.
That's just that night. It's kind of like.
Does anybody know the card? Because GCW is having matches, I believe, at 2:00. Also, so if you do come, see your favorites, some legends, Kurt Angle, Mick Foley. I know GCW is running a card, I believe, at 2:00.
And if you see us there, come say what's up.
Oh,
I'll be asking people questions and probably be giving out little goodies.
I say
whatnot.
Gunky has crisp $20 bills in his pocket. Just ask for one.
Not.
But you gotta
you're gonna get me
know
robbed.
the magic word.
Woody's getting me lined.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Little
Garbage.
Little Guido versus
Garbage
Ricky
daddy.
Morton.
Oh my God, little Guido.
Versus
Mike
Ricky
Bailey
Morton.
versus Sidney Akeem.
Cardona versus one called Manders.
Oh,
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Bailey versus Sidney Akeem is going to be insane.
Apparently, what if like Speedball does this and then like shows up at AEW later on in the day? Because I think it's like
that'd be
TNA contract.
World title Mance Warner versus Effie. That'll be a fucking
That'd be
banger.
an awesome one. Well, yeah, this looks like a great show. So make sure you guys come out. And then AEW Full Gear is later that night, and we're gonna run through a couple of the matches here. First up, obviously we have to talk about this. Big AJ of the Costco guys versus QT Marshall. I cannot believe this is on the 0 hour. I cannot believe it's not a main event. What do you guys think? Who you guys got?
No, this should have
I
been
thought
the
you said
main
you were gonna
event.
do better.
What? No, this is the best thing that they have going
This
right
is
now.
honestly
I'll tell you that.
amazing.
That says a lot about
Did you hear
AEW.
QT Marshall's diss track towards them?
Yeah.
I did
I
not
did.
because I do not care about this.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
I
god!
won't.
Yeah.
This feels
Yo,
like
heck. All right, Woody, I expect this from you. Heck, I expect better from you. This is gold.
Well, there's a clear divide in
It's fool's gold.
age.
Fool's gold. He
It's
says.
that bracelet that your aunt got you, and it's like, yeah, real 24 karat.
Listen, it's
And
gonna
like
be
2 weeks later, your wrist is green.
when the Rizzler makes a run in and it's match
No.
of the year. When Meltzer rates it that, don't come back crawling apologizing
Well,
to me.
actually,
and
I
Roman.
heard the Rizzler was barred from ringside.
I'm hoping that AJ blows out both his quads.
Okay.
Pulls a Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
And, does a leapfrog.
QT Marshall's gonna come out like a Sam's Club uniform.
Yeah, the anti. yeah, the BJ's.
BJ's.
yeah. Well, fine. I guess if you guys don't care about that one,
Well, go ahead and pick. Who's your take? Who you got picking to win?
who do
that?
I got to win?
Yeah, who do you got to win?
Big AJ.
Big AJ's gonna whoop his ass.
It's gonna be a squash match.
especially if he has the fam with him. If he has
Cousin Angelo,
cousin Angelo. If fucking Mama
Jersey Joe?
If Mama Justice is
mother
there.
of Big Justice.
But yeah, Rizzler's there. Jersey Joe. It's gonna be a
Are
problem.
these people?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're just making shit up.
No,
No,
they're all
you
real
really
people.
sound like you're just like
See,
Bro,
They're
you guys
just-
aren't
right,
familiar.
you
Costco
two
guys
old men are living under
Little
a rock.
Timmy.
That's true.
and
That is true, and that is the
Hot Dog
spiciest take, but the
Steve,
truest
Bobby.
one. Yeah, listen.
Big Bobby.
If you guys aren't familiar with the
Pizza
Costco
parlor
guys,
Pete.
if you guys,
parlor.
if you guys aren't familiar with the Costco guys cinematic,
The Costco verse, yeah.
that's fine.
No, familiar, yes. In depth conversations about it. No, I never talked with these motherfuckers.
friend
I
of the
don't
shop,
care
Bill
about them.
Alfonso, is
Yeah.
part of the Costco verse.
Yeah,
It's true.
He said, "Hey, Riz kid, teach me that face, daddy."
yeah. Well, yeah, I got.
I
Big
just
AJ
want to
on
make sure that we're on record with me saying I think he's doing a bad job as a father.
Oh my
That's
god.
all. I just
God,
wanted to be
okay.
known.
All right, let's
That's
eat-
my
He's
take.
here,
go to
team
Costco
baby,
and-
team baby Gronk over
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Eat more
All
food.
right. Okay, now you need to calm down. Moving on, we'll go to the next match. 4-way for the tag team titles. Private Party, the Outrunners, House of Black, and the Acclaimed. Now, I can tell you, I know who the Gilmans are picking.
Oh yeah, who are they picking on?
The
this
Outrunners. They love,
love
those
the
Outrunners.
Outrunners.
They love the
You
Outrunners.
know why?
Turbo Floyd?
Because they're fucking great,
Yeah,
man.
they're good. They're good.
They're
Yeah,
bringing
apparently
back that like
people backstage. There's rumors that they like want the people. There's like rumblings that they're wanted to beat Private Party and get a run.
I feel bad that Private Party is finally getting a run right now at the time where the Outrunners are like at their hottest.
Yeah,
Because you're like, the Private Party deserves a little run right now. They like
OG day
they
one.
fucking earned this spot, and they're gonna be outshined, and it's gonna be like Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania or at Royal Rumble 2015, where the crowd wants one thing, but they're gonna have to push it another way.
Well, yeah,
It happened
I'm sorry. It's just crazy that there's already rumblings of the next tag team champions. They literally just beat the Bucks. Like it was not that long ago that they just won the tag team titles, and it was like a whole thing when the Bucks were champions. There was rumblings like, oh, Private Party's finally gonna win it. Private Party's gonna, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now there's rumblings that the Outrunners are gonna. It's like, okay,
No, there's no rumblings. I'm just saying, like, this is. I said it's a bad timing for Private Party. It sucks that the Outrunners just happen to be getting hot
Well, it's the
as
same
shit
thing that
right
happened
now.
when with the Acclaim back in the day when they got their, you know, what I mean, the fans are all there and it was all that type of literally same situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, if I had to pick with my heart, it'd be House of Black, because this is just the best wrestlers in their company. I think that group is the best group. They should have every title, and the fact they don't is an absolute shame. And I wish they would leave that.
A
company.
travesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that your official pick?
No, my official pick is Private Party.
Okay.
I don't pick with my heart.
Gotcha. Gunky?
Private Party's gonna win.
Heck?
House of Black.
I'm picking Outrunners. I'm sticking with the Gilmans.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean, I would go
I hope both one of you are right.
Outrunners, but
Yeah.
I'm House
Yeah.
of Black, like what he said, like those guys deserve it. Like, how are they not just collecting titles over there?
Oh, they're incredible.
Is just a testament to what AEW has going on over there.
They have a lot of really good talent.
They do.
Yep, that's what I was getting at.
It's a problem. It's like a different type of problem.
Well, speaking of talent, next up, MJF versus Roderick Strong.
This was a fun swerve for me because they kind of had that moment where Adam Cole's like, I want to wrestle MJF. And MJF's like, well, you have to do all this. You have to beat all these people first before you get me.
Yeah.
First to win 3, right?
And so he gave him the stipulation, which you just expect. Obviously, Adam Cole is going to win. Obviously, he's going to win. And then he doesn't. You're like, oh, fuck. That doesn't happen. Like, he didn't hit the stipulation. He doesn't get to wrestle MJF. So in comes Roderick Strong, who's just like, he'll put on a great match.
Yeah.
Roderick Strong doesn't put on bad matches. MJF doesn't put on bad. This would be an awesome match. This could be match of the night. There's a possibility for it.
Yeah.
But no one cares as much about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish MJF has too much going on in his like movie life. He's just not putting in the effort in the ring.
Yeah,
right
obviously this is Adam Cole's gonna come out.
Right.
What?
Adam Cole's
Be
getting involved in
Whoa!
some way.
Spoiler alert,
The
guys.
The devil's getting involved.
Sorry.
Oh, the devil. That was great.
Hate to ruin.
Well, wait, a fantasy book hit.
Well, then, Gunky, what's your pick?
I think MJF wins, but I think maybe he tries to beat his ass afterwards or something, and then Adam Cole makes a save,
Yep.
something like that. Or he tries to cheat, and then Adam Cole comes out, and then maybe Roderick Strong does win, but because like he's trying to cheat, and then Adam Cole comes out and is like, "No, you're not going to use the diamond
more
ring
fantasy booking.
or whatever."
Classic.
I see it. I could see. You know what? I'm gonna pick Roderick Strong.
Okay.
I think that's my pick,
Just
and
gonna be a DQ?
I think Adam Cole's gonna screw him over.
Fair enough.
Adam Cole's gonna screw over who?
MJF. I think
Oh,
Adam
okay.
Cole's gonna screw over MJF, piss him off, and make
I could see
MJF
that.
want to fight Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I'm going to MJF on this. Roderick Strong and him, like, it would be a good match, but
I know. As you say it, like I feel like I'm like galaxy braining it. You know? I feel like I'm thinking way
it's
too much
Roderick
about this,
Strong.
but- Yeah, it is.
He's just like one of those guys that's just like good in the middle, mid card, helps you kind of like build up your heel or face depending on what he's playing that day.
He's the perfect hand.
Put on
in
a
the
good
company.
match, right? Like a Dolph Ziggler, like
Right. A company man.
yeah.
Yeah.
But less of a show off.
Right. I am going to agree with these guys. I think Roderick Strong gets the win after a Adam Cole interference. I think that's how this goes down.
So fuck me then, huh?
Okay. Well,
That was like your idea, though.
yeah.
Right?
I should have ever planted that seed in your guys' mind.
Okay. Next up, Bobby Lashley versus Swerve Strickland. Wow.
This prediction is actually way harder, I feel like.
I know, right?
Because Swerve has just been losing. I feel like he needs a win bad.
He needs a win, but like,
And Bobby Lashley, you can't make him lose his first
It's
match.
his first match. He's been
A
brought
big
in
signing.
and made such a big deal.
Former WWE World Heavyweight Champion,
a
monster of a
fucking monster.
man. Just like...
and the Hurt Syndicate's the coolest thing they have going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost think Swerve needs to take another L.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to be because this is their first of many matches. I feel it's going to be
Right.
one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and I
this
think-
is just the beginning.
And I think they could turn a story into just like Swerve, just like, fuck, man, I can't catch a break. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Also,
like,
there's a chance he's not by himself.
what, Swerve?
No, Bobby Lashley.
Oh, yeah, show.
If the Hurt Syndicate's there,
fucks him over. It's
then
like,
a distraction,
Yeah.
whatever it may be, then you can kind of get away with Swerve losing,
yeah.
but it not making him look weak.
Yeah.
I go Bobby Lashley on that one.
Can
for
we get
that
a
reason.
white guy in there like Owen Hart in like the Nation of Domination?
What?
Who should?
Yeah, I don't know who would it be though.
Yeah.
Who on the roster?
Well,
would-
I mean,
Daniel Garcia.
Hangman Page. Just 'cause
no,
Swerve.
they should get Kyle Fletcher.
No, he shaved his head, cut his hair short now. He's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's like
looks-
a fucking.
Yeah,
He looks
before he
neo-Nazi.
could, maybe with the chain and all, like.
I think Daniel Garcia could pull it off.
Nah,
Yeah.
his name's Garcia. It needs to be like
Yeah.
like
Well,
a
that's
white
why.
white guy.
Yeah, you don't want to go full white.
You never. Everybody knows you never go full. white.
Actually, you know who could pull it off? That would be like it's Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
True, I can see that.
Orange Cassidy could 100% be like the one white guy in the Hurt
That'd
Syndicate
be sick.
I agree.
because he wouldn't care
right.
and they would love that.
Heck, your official pick is
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. I am also going to go Bobby Lashley.
We sweeping it with Bobby's.
Quick
Bobby's
question
going.
though
Bobby
for you
Sweet.
guys about Bobby Lashley. Does the WWE trademark that thing that he does where he's like,
Yes, they have to.
No.
do you think he
No.
gets to do that?
You have to
Does he
trademark
do
poses.
the
Emotes.
the two
emotes?
does he do the two arm, one arm? Because that's
Yeah.
his.
Yeah. Like
There's that one too.
I
Yeah,
would
but he
have
doesn't
like
have
come
that
out
theme
and
song
stand
anymore.
on the turning little stage thing, and he just like flexes and just
Yeah.
holds it.
That was a
and it,
weird
like,
time.
spins.
it's pretty
That was a
wild.
weird
Didn't
time.
he used to smack his ass?
And then that's
Do you
where,
remember that? Didn't he used to like smack his
Leo
butt?
Rush? Leo Rush screws over Swerve, and then he ends up back with the Hurt. Well, not back, but with the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll have to see.
I love Leo Rush, man.
He's just so small.
But he
I love
works
that
so fucking fast.
Yeah, but he plays that role like you ever see he's like running away, like playing like defense. He's like crouching down and like he's already small, so he gets like smaller.
But
Like
he plays it more believable than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like when little guys wrestle little, sometimes it's like hard to believe that like, no, that doesn't really work. When he does it for some reason, you're like, yeah, that would fucking that's how I would wrestle.
that's how I would wrestle if I was this
Yeah.
little guy.
I think
Yeah.
we've seen him in MLW a couple times, like
Yeah.
a couple years back, and
Yeah.
he is really talented.
He's smooth for how fast he works.
Very
It's
smooth.
Crazy.
Next up, Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. Who do you guys got?
I think Jay White's on a heater right now.
I think he is, but I think Hangman will win.
Fuck you.
I want Jay White to win.
I want Jay White to win also.
I'm not a Hangman Page fan. I never was cowboy shit. I think it's all bullshit.
Yeah, I think he's a big old.
Like he was like the most metro cowboy before. He would come out with like the pink
He's
shirt
like,
and
I'm
like
a cowboy with the things
frills on his pants with like a tight ass shirt. I'm like,
don't
bro,
know
that's not. When I see think cowboy like badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You can't be
not
badass
not
with
with
a
a
pink shirt.
tight pink shirt on,
Well, you know
like
what they say,
Roman-
tough
and
guys wear
bedazzled
pink.
pants.
Roman
Nah,
didn't
bro.
know. Roman didn't know he was like, I'm a cowboy with anxiety. Roman didn't know that.
Nah. So
That was
I'm-
like his whole gimmick for a while.
Jay
I-
White.
okay.
I just love Switchblade.
I'm excited to see what he has on his his lower third, because there's like a running thing with Hangman Page. His lower third, when it announces him, there's always like another sentence, like that's
Yeah.
we'll say like former champ or whatever.
Yeah.
If you look at over the years,
Arsonist.
they tell like a weird story.
Really?
Yeah, if him like woke up just not really feeling great today. Like it'll just be
I
like the
will-
weirdest
I'll-
shit on the bottom third.
That's what they do, like when they introduce football
So
players.
Roman, you
and
gotta
they
throw
say-
like one of those up here.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, please if you can, because it doesn't sound like a real thing, but I swear to you, it's a
I'm
real
gonna
thing.
put one up for you guys.
Ooh, right here.
Yeah.
It
Right
sounds
there.
like Gunky just naming out names of Costco employees.
No, those guys are all real. So what are your what's your official picks?
Switchblade, Jay White.
Switchblade,
I mean, he got the
Hangman.
Bang Bang Gang with him.
Hangman,
Yeah.
Woody.
Jay White's on a heater. There's no reason to slow it down. With the momentum he's building right now, the dude could be like a world champion in 3-4 months.
The way they like made him when he first came to AEW, like it was like a whole big, like oh shit, like Switchblade Jay White's here.
And
like,
they put him in a tag team
yeah.
like immediately.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you:
bang bang.
guns up.
Well, yeah, I'm going Jay White as well. Next up, Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Osprey's whooping ass. Belt to ass.
Ospreay.
Yeah, Ospreay. I got Ospreay all day.
This match is gonna go so fucking hard.
I think this
Yeah,
is gonna
yeah.
be the match of the night.
It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
yeah.
The two of them.
I was saying the MJF one
incredible.
because like so far in the card, you're like this could be if it wasn't for all the other
See,
amazing
I feel like that
matches.
match is could be match of the night as far as like storytelling. in the
They
ring,
do tell
kind
good
of.
stories. But this one, this one's going to have
This
like a
is gonna
lot
be
of
like the
emotion.
highlight
into it.
reels.
But it's going to have a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
emotion into it, which is great.
Came
'cause-
with me to pick up
He's
my
like-
kid from school, bruv.
He's like the opposite of Stan. He's like, Will, I hate you. I want to be nothing like you. He's like, I shaved my head just so I didn't look like you.
Bars.
This guy's got bars today. Damn. So Gunky, who's your official pick?
Will Ospreay's gonna beat his
Will
ass. I
Ospreay?
think.
Woody?
I don't think I can pick against Will Ospreay on
Yeah.
a pay-per-view right now. I feel like that's. I mean, I think for storyline, Kyle Fletcher winning could be kind of cool, but I also like. I fucked the Callis family, the Don Callis family. So I'm just like,
And fuck Dallas.
and fuck Dallas too.
True.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
Dallas and the Callus.
True.
I'm not even an Eagles fan. But still, I'm team fuck Dallas.
We got Malice,
Like the
Dallas,
fucking
and
Cowboys.
Callis.
Heck, who you got?
Like Debbie,
Osprey.
I'm gonna join in with that. Osprey.
another sweep.
Come on,
Yeah,
bruv.
That's easy money right there. Next up, TNT Championship match: Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, it was hilarious when Jack Perry was tied to a truck last night. Or what was that? Oh, Saturday Collision.
Saturday collision.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what the hell is
Jack-
going on here?
I think Jack Perry retains.
I hope so. I think he's doing a good job with his belt, and he's trying to make it something. And I just don't see it with Daniel Garcia. People keep telling me I don't understand the appeal of this guy. I don't think he's that great.
I love him.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and
He's awesome.
maybe it just hasn't clicked for me yet.
Yeah.
But I just
I like Daniel Garcia over or Perry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but who do you think's gonna win? Though?
I think Jack Perry retains right now. Like I think there's another one where like the story's not done,
He's kind of on his own right now, though, right? Because like he had the whole elite. He had like
and now like they're gone.
They're
It's just
gone. Hangman's
Okada
kinda in
around,
his own
but we
battle.
really haven't seen him.
yeah, Okada's not going to come out for Jack Perry.
Right.
yeah, exactly. So it's like what?
He's
the
gonna be like,
hell?
Okada, help me. Okada's gonna be like,
But wasn't there wasn't there a
No,
tease?
bitch.
Wasn't there a
Bitch.
tease of Kill Switch kind of? I don't know. Wasn't there like a stare down in Jack Perry's last title defense with Kill Switch?
oh yeah, but they haven't done anything else with that yet, right? I don't remember seeing anything else.
I don't know. You never know who might come out and help him.
It's true. But I got Daniel Garcia. I think this is
Really?
perfect for him.
Yeah, I think I'd like Daniel Garcia. I think it's just a matter of time for Daniel. I just don't think it's now.
True.
I guess that would also play into the elite, just everybody losing.
I do,
That is true.
I do really like the TNT Championship belt. Also, just want to say that it's a nice, really nice belt.
Yeah,
I
so-
like, I like,
so
what, I like what
if
Jack
Jack
Perry
Perry
did with it.
loses. Does Daniel Garcia
Get the
like,
old belt.
Get the old right?
It's
They
like,
have
no,
to like polish it back
it's
up.
like you
and-
have to
Yeah,
make your
take
own
it back
now.
to normal. Yeah.
Right, right.
I was like, I'm sorry, guys. We don't know. You have to make your own. That's just a new thing.
That's just
Sorry.
how it works now.
It's-
Yeah.
He has like
Makes it
West Side Gun do the belt for him.
Do you
Boom,
not-
boom, 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 boom.
Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. Actually.
Do you not know metallurgy? You're not a blacksmith?
Oh,
It's just like out of like fucking cardboards. Like I didn't know how to do all that.
yeah. Ego Championship.
It's like the one you had when you were like 10 that you definitely made yourself.
I made mine.
Yeah.
I know you did. Of course you
Duct
did.
tape and
Oh,
cardboard.
I'm fully aware
And
that
then
you-
wrap it in tinfoil. That's what I used to
Yeah,
do.
it's classic. That's
Sick.
classic. Next up, TBS Championship match: Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander.
Speaking of Mercedes Moné, you see AEW wished her happy birthday the other day.
And it wasn't her fucking
And
birthday.
it wasn't her birthday.
Her birthday. Me and her have the same birthday. I saw that and I
January
was like,
26th?
yeah.
That is just a sign of AEW.
It
That's
was.
pretty crazy.
I saw-
It's Mercedes Martinez's birthday.
Oh, that's funny.
Just a different Mercedes.
They were like, "Yo, it's
A
Mercedes.
wrestler.
It's Mercedes' birthday. Can you post something?" They're like, "Yeah, for sure."
They're like, happy birthday, Benz.
Damn,
This
that
was
is,
it
that's
was-
unfortunate.
It was a
That's right.
really.
They're like, "Yo, it's Chris's birthday. Can you go post something?" It's like, "Yeah, for sure." They post Chris Benoit. We're like, "We're talking about Jericho. Like he wasn't even ever employed with us. He
Yeah.
murdered his wife and kids way before." we ever-
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
It was all a
Jesus.
conspiracy.
Right.
Kevin
Show-
Sullivan knows what happened.
Show me
Well-
where he lost the the trial. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. So,
No
Woody,
witnesses.
who do you got?
Dean Malenko.
No, in this match.
Oh, I thought you meant who. I bet.
Not in the Benoit case.
Not in the
Mercedes,
Benoit case.
Mercedes is taking this.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, I do like what they've been doing with Statlander because Statlander is a fucking beast.
She
Making her
speared her through a
seem-
wall.
Dude, she's strong as shit. It's awesome to see that. But I think they're trying to run this Mercedes thing run it out a little bit longer.
Yeah, they paid fucking $4 billion for it.
Yeah,
Might
that's
as well.
that is the actual number. If
4
you guys
billion,
are wondering at
$4
home,
billion.
it was $4 billion exactly.
Show an article here. Mercedes won a $4 billion
Yeah.
contract signing
No, I
on her
agree.
birthday in
Put her pay
November.
stub.
Yeah, on her birthday, November. What was it? 19th.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Woody. I think that Mercedes takes this.
Yeah, they were just making Chris Statlander seem like it was she had a chance, but they still got Brickhouse, Camille, you know what I mean, like involved, even though she can't drive for a shit.
But she's mighty letting it all hang out.
Yeah. So
She's a brick house.
Yeah, I know. God.
Gunky's never heard that song.
That is
Ask your
funny.
dad about that song.
What? She's a brick.
There you go.
Ow.
Got a little bit of singing in this episode.
So yeah, it's all about the money.
Yeah. Gunky, you got.
Fucking Mercedes is gonna whoop ass.
Here comes the money. Yeah, do we got a Shane run in?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't.
No, that might be for the main event.
Well,
That's got to be like all in.
Yeah,
Like-
no, he won't be coming anytime soon. I think like
If he ever does, it's got to be like the biggest.
I think the leaks fucked it over. I think he was 1,000% about to, and
He
then
posed for a photo.
yeah, that's true.
He's like there's a
after the photo leaked.
Yeah, but just saying
No,
like they're like
The best one though is the picture you guys said it the other day, where they're like, "Let's do a business in this room where anyone could walk in," and then it's
Take
like,
a
And just
photo.
it's like,
Some airport worker was like, "Bro, did the Young Bucks just walk in?" Just some fucking like 19-year-old like stoner wrestling fan that works at like the airport. Like, did
it's
the
like
Young
just
Bucks
imagine
walk
Gunky at
like
the airport.
baggage guy. He's the one that stole the Dior.
For all you guys know, that could be my my second
Your
job.
work-
I
yeah.
work here and I work on the airport on my off days.
or you're a
He's
wrestling
a
paparazzo.
thrower. That's what they call him.
A thrower?
The people with the
Throw the
baggage
bags.
handlers. They call them throwers.
Oh, that's
Yeah, 'cause they go
foreboding.
through the shit and then throw it away.
That's
Yeah.
It's a Fight Club quote there. It's called throwers.
Yeah, but I think he would have debuted earlier. I think he probably was supposed to be like, probably would have debuted right when like Moxley was killing Daniel Bryan. Like I think he probably would have supposed to be there. And they're like, you know what? Let's just push this back, like just because it got leaked, and then like it really will be a surprise because they're like, oh, nothing's happening of that. And then like maybe like a year down the line when Moxley's like really running shit, he comes out, or they're like, this is finally who was running it. It was me all along,
Yeah.
Austin. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be fucking.
They're gonna have to
Shane.
get someone named Austin in there just so
Yeah.
Shane could say that.
Austin Aries. They'll hire him back.
They'll push him really hard, and then they're like, "Great, we got this."
Well, this is gonna have him do like an interview with John Moxley.
Yeah.
And today, for this one interview, we have
Yeah.
Austin Aries interviewing John
Yeah,
Moxley.
and then he's like, "Who is the real owner?" It was me, Austin. Yeah, that's great. Well, speaking of John Moxley, main event, World Championship match, John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy. Who you guys got?
So, John Moxley's been doing some great work. His promo work right now is awesome. The little like vignettes they're doing has been the most interesting thing. But on the flip side of that, Orange Cassidy's wearing black. That's a
Dark
huge deal.
Cassidy.
That's a huge deal. You know, he's hardly even freshly squeezed anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's gonna get his ass fresh.
He's nice and ripe. He's a bruised orange.
I also think that he's going to get his ass freshly squeezed.
Is
by
this-
John Moxley.
Is this when he finally takes it seriously though? Like, is this what we needed to like? No more gimmicks. Fucking, he puts 100% effort into, and beats John Moxley, and we get a
Nah.
new run of Orange Cassidy.
The way they're like the Moxley and everything that you're like hearing backstage, with them really trying to revamp the like AEW and kind of putting it into the storyline, but really like backstage trying to like change some things and like you see people like talking about bottom of the car, top of the car, you know what I mean, all these different things that like Moxley has been like talking about. I think it's just too much going on realistically, and they're just real life pouring over into.
they
wrestling.
turned the work into a shoot.
Yeah.
100%. This
Yeah.
was like, they're like, I'm going to say we're not doing it right, and then he went out and said actual things that AEW is not doing correctly,
Right.
and
So I feel
actual
like
things they need to fix.
if Moxley was to lose now, like it would be all for naught.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
No, I was trying to make here's why Orange Cassidy's gonna win
but in
Because
the process,
someone
you
had
proved
to.
The opposite.
No, because someone had to. I'm just saying, like, John Moxley's winning this match.
You're playing devil's advocate.
You know, I don't like that.
Playing
Devil's advocate's used too much by assholes just to be an asshole.
It's fair.
I'm just saying the other side of the situation.
Respectfully?
Yeah.
There you go.
With all due respect.
Is that everyone's official pick, John Moxley?
Yeah, Moxley's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moxley all the way.
Wheeler Yuta's gonna get involved. We'll probably have a moment with Wheeler and Orange Cassidy.
They'll
You know
probably
what I mean?
kiss.
Like maybe he's like he thinks he's about to like go like help him again. You know what I mean? It has like a soft spot, and then he like
Well, he's gonna
completely.
turn.
I hope
Or he does, and then Wheeler just gets his ass whooped again by like Moxley and like Pac or something.
But that's a Philly
Pac.
connection right there. I mean, Wheeler Yuta and Orange Cassidy, they both live on. I see him at the bar together.
right.
Who
But I
hates
haven't seen him.
Doxel?
I haven't
Wait,
seen him in a while
Who
though.
hates
Doxel.
Philadelphians more than other Philadelphians, though?
Everyone else in the country.
Well, yeah,
That
we
is
all
true.
there's just hatred all around.
Yeah, it's like New York, Boston,
City of brotherly
DC.
love.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyone
fucking
who's
hate
been
each
here,
other over here.
anyone who's ever been here.
Okay, Woody.
Anyone
Now
who's
it
ever
feels
been
a little
here.
personal, Woody. Well, yeah, I think Moxley's got this. Definitely. I don't think it's.
I feel like
a question.
the match is gonna be more just like an ass whooping.
Just in general, though, this just goes to show, once again, AEW, that weekly shows can be kind of a slog getting through. But you're like, I don't know what they're doing with this. I don't do it. And then they put on a pay-per-view, and you're like, there's going to be 5 matches that blow everything out of the water for every other company.
Yeah,
I think
especially
to
that 0 hour match.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fucking
That
insane.
is 100% the truth.
Mark
And
my
I know You're
words.
being sarcastic, but I'm hyped.
The Rizzler will make a run in.
Mark my words. The Rizzler will make a run in.
It's gonna be insane.
I think it will be insane. Well, I'm looking
Yo,
forward to it.
crazy
You know what, though?
heat. QT Marshall
Shout
comes out
out-
with Baby Gronk.
Shout out to those guys for busting their ass and putting themselves in the position to be there, I guess. But other than that, like, yeah.
You know what? The final word on this is that those guys, they bring it.
I give that match 5 big. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right,
That's
all
the
right,
dumbest
now
thing ever
we're
too.
not
But they
doing
have to
five. We're
do
not
all
doing
5. Like, why do they do that?
I don't. That you know
Listen,
what?
I'm
They
gonna
got
tell you
more
right now.
than that.
If
I'll tell you that.
if I have to say something good about this match, I won it.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
So
What if it's match of the
moving
night?
on.
Yeah, moving on.
What if
And I
it's
haven't-
what if it's a match at the night? A match at night.
Moving on, and I haven't said this in a while, but going over to the other side of the wrestling cinematic universe, we need to talk about Josh Alexander saying that he's not going to be on the Indies anymore. And does this hint at bigger things for WWE monopolizing?
It's
all of
interesting
wrestling.
because of his actual words. Like, this is my last indie show. Not like, I'm retiring, this is my last.
Yeah.
I'm hanging my boots up. I'm taking time off. Like, it seemed like very specific, and it just like had me thinking about WWE with the ID program. We always like question like what is the motive behind the TNA working with them? Is it something for, you know what I mean, to like try out some talent, and then when their contracts are up, like, we already got a relation with you. We've already been whining and dining you. Like, yeah, come here.
For Josh Alexander, what do you think this means in the future? Like going forward?
I mean, he teamed up with Ethan Page before, the Northerners or the North.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Ethan Page is there. Should have asked him when he was here if he wasn't big timing us.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that he'd be going to WWE. Because if so, why haven't they used this connection, this pipeline they're creating to like tease it a little bit and kind of like make us excited about Josh Alexander coming over?
Yeah.
And then if he isn't, if he is coming in, then why say it now? Because the best time I feel like can come out would be like Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble or
the
something.
Yeah,
whole
definitely.
the whole usage of like the TNA guys on NXT is very interesting how they're doing it, because like you got guys like him, and then like Alexander Hammerstone.
Alexander
Hamilstone. Alexander
I'm
Hammerstone.
not throwing away
And it's
my
like,
shot.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
throwing away my...
But it's like crazy because like he only got used once, and it was pretty recently, and that was like months, maybe almost like a year into that TNA like partnership. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not using everybody that they can use. Like for example, the Hardy Boys. It's like they're TNA. Why haven't we seen?
Well, never seen that with Moose.
There's a reason.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm saying like there's like. I think there's contractual things. I think there's a lot of like.
Oh, I'm sure
like,
there's
like
more
things that
red
we just
tape
don't know
behind it.
about.
But it
lot
just
of
feels
moving
like
parts.
it's WWE because AEW lets guys do indie stuff.
Right.
TNA lets the guys do indie stuff. WWE is the only company that's been known to.
You can't work.
I wouldn't say
indies
protect
once.
their talent because they don't want them to get hurt on the indies, and then it affects something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if there was somebody that I'd want to bring over, it would be like a Josh Alexander, Moose, Jordan Grace. I'm sure Jordan Grace, when her contract's up, she's coming to WWE.
That seems like inevitable at this point.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
feel like that was
totally.
the whole point of the TNA relationship.
Yeah.
TNA gets the more eyes on their product, more people knowing about them and their talent. Like you see Jordan Grace, if you never watched TNA, or like MSK, and you're like, damn, these guys are fucking good. Like, this is cool as shit. Like,
Yeah.
let me go, where can I watch them? And then you go watch TNA product. But what does WWE get from it? Like, they have enough of their own good talent.
Yeah.
They don't need more. But if they wanted it, like, do you know what I mean? They want to open a door or build relationships. Like, I feel like this was a good way to do it.
I think it's also a bit like a reputation thing. This is good for WWE to show that, like, hey, we're not that old company that ignores the world and
Right.
stomps everyone else out.
Yeah.
Here we
Yes.
are showcasing other talents of companies that want to work with us, that we want to work with. And then maybe showing you, like, hey, if you're a company, if you're an indie, and you work with us, then maybe you can feed off of this a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a huge step for them, and it's a good showing of faith in what they're going to do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still interesting to see what this Josh Alexander is going to do with this. 'Cause
Right. Yeah.
You're right. Everything he's saying is like he's saying WWE without actually saying it.
Right. Yeah.
But where would he fit in? Where would that, like, how
Right,
does that make sense?
Did he bring Ethan Page up and he comes in, or is it at Royal Rumble? You know what I mean? Like it just kind of goes quiet now. It was just this one little thing, and
Right.
you know what I mean? We hear his music hit at the Rumble, or like
Because I'm not sitting here looking at WWE thinking like, man, they need like a shot in the arm of talent.
right.
Those
No,
guys just
not
don't
at
have
all.
the people. Right now,
Right,
you're like,
not
no,
at
they're
all.
good.
Yeah.
They don't have enough time to tell the stories they need to tell
Yeah.
because they use up so much damn time on that bloodline crap.
All right. Don't get him started.
Or is it?
I'd never stop.
All right. I'm
in
fully-
January, when what else happens? Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm
that's
sorry,
only
Yeah,
2 months away.
but I don't think he's a big enough name for them to give him any time on Netflix. Like
No.
the first episode.
Well,
like
especially
it's-
you look at what they are rolling out for the Netflix, the announcement they've been talking about of people going out with. So, Rome,
I
you were
seriously-
talking about was that Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Well,
thing,
yeah.
right?
I
You-
mean, the thing over the weekend with Triple H and Travis Scott, I was really excited about because I don't know if you guys saw my blog post about production value and kind of being a little more current and tapping into more pop culture besides having everything just be in your own kind of bubble of the WWE, kind of being having relations with things outside of it. The Travis Scott thing is really exciting to me, not only because I'm a fan, but because we're kind of going towards this new Netflix era.
More pop culture.
Yeah,
kinda
more pop
involvement.
culture and just like, I don't know, having it be, I think it relates a lot to how they want to be perceived as more of like in that like combat sports arena.
I think
not
there's
to use
certain
a-
a
not
certain
to-
element of that, but I think you're right on. They want to make sure they're like part of current day pop culture,
Yeah,
that they're
Yeah.
relevant,
yeah,
and I guess Travis Scott is a good way to go with that.
definitely. I think it's
I always
great.
had an issue with them just
Well,
because of
his
the
music's
cactus.
gonna be the intro, right?
Well, no, but he always had
Yeah.
he had the Cactus
Is
Jack
it?
thing.
Yeah. He's gonna be the song, like the song of Raw.
That's awesome.
Well, I don't know if you saw, Triple H gifted him a brand new revamped hardcore
Hardcore.
championship. It's like based on, you know, like the old one was the Winged Eagle that was like patched together. This one's
Yeah.
like the old WWE one that was like patched together.
Like the black version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, because he's like, oh, because you're Cactus Jack. Like this is like Cactus Jack made this title like prominent.
See, that's my only thing I don't like about this is I always hated the fact that he had this Cactus Jack
You
thing
co-opted that.
because I was like, because then so many people were like, oh, Cactus Jack, and I was like, you're talking about the wrong one. There's only one fucking Cactus Jack to me, and it's
Bang,
not
bang.
Travis Scott.
When you heard that, they were like, dude, the Cactus Jack Jordan 1s are coming out. You were like,
I was like,
Right?
Foley got a Jordan?
I didn't even
You're
know
like,
Mick Foley was a
making a
sneak
Jordan?
I didn't know he was a sneakerhead.
yeah.
Yeah, but like now also when I try to search shit for Cactus Jack, I gotta like
yeah.
Of course.
gotta weed through all that, and even our own inventory,
Yeah.
You go
that's true.
suplex inventory, man. Cactus Jack is not the. There's a lot more shirts and other things on that side than on our side here.
But I feel like
I'll forgive him for that, though. I'll forgive him.
Josh Alexander showing up there wouldn't be like cause like, they got to be a couple surprises. I mean, the list that they were like saying we were seeing going around, like all this like top talent, The Rock, Cody. Netflix wants Cody and Roman over there.
Yeah, it was CM Punk. It's an
Cody,
insane
The
list.
Rock. Who else was on there? Logan Paul.
I heard rumblings of Becky Lynch coming back for.
That's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she might be not. She's big enough.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? She might not be up there with like The Rock. But you know what I mean? But still, I feel like there's got to be a couple surprises.
Yeah.
There got to be some low tier surprises, and then you have your big
John
tiers.
Cena,
John Cena.
Bianca Belair.
Right, Rhea Ripley. But then it's like, yo, what's gonna happen over there at fucking
SmackDown?
SmackDown? Like, it really is gonna feel like the B show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that one Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode when like the whole house is gone and it's just fucking it's just
Just AJ Styles there in an empty room by himself.
AJ Styles and Meechin.
Roman, you have to edit AJ Styles' face over Will Smith and put it right there.
I thought you were going for the other one where he was like, "Why didn't they want me?"
Oh yeah.
Why didn't they want
That's
me?
classic. That's classic.
Anybody who wasn't on the Raw show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like curious to see like how that kind of works out. Where's SmackDown ended up again on CW?
USA.
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 Yeah, they're
Right,
taking
you know what I mean?
USA
Which has always
spot.
been had Raw and always been the premier. So it's like what's gonna happen there?
I imagine they're not.
Or-
This is not a forever thing. They're gonna bring people over for a big boost of like, oh my god, we're on Netflix. Congratulations. Now go back to where you belong. Go back to SmackDown.
Oh, totally.
I don't know. Like when it comes like when they did the drafts before when it was like SmackDown and Raw, like you see the company is kind of being more involved. You know what I mean? I'm paying millions of dollars to have this show on our network. Like we want to have the best show.
Yeah, we want to
So
have
we
the
gotta,
top
you know what I
talent,
mean? Like
yeah.
you got
But
want the
but-
best people.
But this happened before. Remember? This happened when SmackDown went to Fox.
yeah.
They did the exact same shit. They're like, we want the best. We want the this. We want that. And then SmackDown was fire
Yeah.
for a while. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it evened out. And Raw went back to the A show. And it's kind of gone back and forth a bunch. And I think
We'll
you're
see how
going to
big,
see
how
it.
much like Netflix like puts their dick on the table and just like, no, like we want these top.
You gotta talk into the dick.
yeah. I was about to
Oh,
say. I was about
These
to say.
top 10 people.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean, like we're not renewing, or you know what I mean, or maybe it's part of their like contract negotiations. Who knows? It is cool though that it's gonna feel like everybody always talks about the Attitude Era. Like I feel like it's gonna feel like that, and then not just in the way of like the show itself, but like who's there,
Not just being
special
problematic.
guest appearances. Like you know what I mean. I feel like
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
see a
totally.
lot more
No,
like celebrities
yeah.
involved and stuff like that.
I totally.
It's gonna be in LA.
LA.
So, LA.
LA.
It's gonna be in LA. So literally,
Well,
there's
that's
gonna be
one
so
show.
many.
It's one show's gonna
So
be.
Yeah,
why-
it's not going to be
celebrities.
permanent. You know that it's not only going to be.
I
in LA.
know.
Jake
but I'm
Paul
s-
versus Mike Tyson.
But
part
I'm saying
two,
that
right?
that first episode is gonna be they're gonna do Logan versus
Logan
Mike
versus
Tyson
Tyson.
in a
If
wrestling
Tyson
match now.
wrestles again, I want him to wear just the jock strap that he was
That
wearing.
him cheeks out.
I want 60-year-old Tyson cheeks out.
That was the Rikishi.
Yeah. Stink
Yeah.
face.
The Gilmans did bring that up yesterday. They were like, you could the screen froze and you could see his bare butt."
But hopefully, speaking to that though, like hopefully Netflix doesn't run into the same issues
Yes.
with like the
I was
the
gonna bring that
lagging
up.
and
Although I will say,
pixelated view.
my wife was like, that's a pretty nice butt for a 58-year-old man.
I
I was like,
dude's
oh, way to go,
incredible
Tyson.
shape.
Way to
I don't
go.
really look at 68-year-old man butts.
Well,
So I'll take her word for it.
yeah, exactly. I was like, I didn't. That's her search history. What are you gonna do?
Right.
68-year-old
That's
man.
her search history.
58-year-old butts.
But yeah, no, you are totally correct about that because
I'm sure I am. What were we talking about?
58-year-old
the
butt.
streaming. I mean, they had all these streaming issues. And,
Man, if that shit happens, can you imagine? Can you imagine like
well, we were already talking about before the show with the NFL.
the NFL has Christmas games on Amazon, and that's going to be a huge test of their system. But can you just imagine like The Rock coming out and he's got Cody in the rock
Oh,
bottom,
bro.
and then you hear like
He goes
the-
up
and-
for it.
Or
you know you hear
see the
you like
Netflix
hear like
red circles.
yeah.
then the circle pops up, and then you see like it comes back and Undertaker's in the ring. You're like, what the fuck? Where did?
Yeah.
How
Stone
did that
Cold.
guy?
It's
running
like
down
watching
the
like
ramp.
the Spice Channel back when you were a kid on the hot box. Like that was a nipple.
You're hitting the TV a little bit if
Right.
you move the thing, and this way you can kind of see the right.
You got your
corner.
one friend holding the thing. You're like, nah, you can't watch. Stay there. Stay there. Don't move.
I wouldn't watch it with my friends. That's weird.
But yeah, I
Never
that
watched
is.
Spice with your friends?
No, man.
Oh, you ain't have real friends growing up,
I don't
man.
know what is
I'm not,
Spice.
we're not the Beatles. We're not
What is
watching. I'm not
Spice?
watching
Yeah, what is
porn with my
Spice?
friends.
Porn channel.
Yeah, you just go back to back with your friends, so it's not gay.
You gotta
What are you talking about here?
You gotta hold each other up.
You hold it and then I do the work. It's not gay. I'm not touching it.
Okay,
I'm not touching it.
Anyway,
If he gets tired.
Jesus. Anyway,
I'm just moving your arm, bro.
Hey, I'm not touching your dick. You're touching your dick.
No.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
What kind of big surprises we see.
I would say I'm pumped for this no matter what because it could be revolutionary for wrestling.
Oh, 100%.
This Netflix era could be the biggest thing that ever happened. And in 20 years from now, we're going to be like talking about the Netflix era.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can never we'll never have the heat from the Netflix era though. But it could also,
And it's going to
True.
TV 14.
but it could
Well,
also
yeah,
be
that's
fucking just a shit show of them like not being able to get it right and things going wrong and all the like. Did you watch that Jake Paul Tyson thing? It was the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen put on TV.
why,
And
why,
To have
and-
so many people watching it,
why do you say that?
That was my whole concern with when the announcement about Netflix having Raw and it being live, because you don't go to Netflix to watch live TV.
No, not. But they
So like
want
these
you
are the
to be-
issues that I'm like, yo, how is this going to work out?
Well,
This is how they. But this is like how they are going to
They're
kind
trying
of
to take
usher
over
in
the
this
streaming
new-
world.
And I mean, like you said, like Netflix is like in the grand scheme of things the original streaming service,
Jake
right?
Paul crawled so
Like,
WWE Raw
exactly,
could run.
exactly. Though, like they want to have. They're like, yo, if we're gonna do this live thing, we're doing it like with a bang. We're gonna have Raw. We're gonna have football on Christmas, and we're gonna have Paul Tyson.
Well,
which I don't think is on the same tier as those two, but
If you were
maybe some people
if you
do.
were really paying attention, they were dipping their toes in it with comedians. They were having live
Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
are,
they were having
you are
live
correct.
stand up with like Chappelle.
Totally.
I think
But
Gil-
not as many
Shane
people are
Gillis and-
tuning in for that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why they're like, okay,
when
like
you
this is
get
gonna be
that
a
server
specific like
issue,
audience.
yeah.
Like, let's see how this goes. And I think it went well. I think people
Yeah.
Chris Rock did one right after he got slapped. Chappelle did one, and so they were like, okay, like
we
this.
got slapped.
I forgot
It's
about
like I
that.
literally you can just like mark a time period.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because that
no,
one.
After
you're
the
right.
slap
No,
heard
no,
around
because
the
that
world.
one was a
Yes,
big one. Because
for
everybody
sure.
was like, "Oh shit, this is the first."
got
It's
slapped.
almost it's
Fuck, let's see
almost
what he has
like
to say.
it's almost like he had a live show that he wasn't getting enough promotion about. So then he got slapped by his a friend that he's known for a long time, and then suddenly all the talk was about it. So people would watch his show.
Hollywood conspiracies. Dun dun.
Woody's on the conspiracies. That's another
It's not
show.
even a
though.
conspiracy. It's just fucking. They did it right in front of you guys. It's not a
So,
magic
yeah,
trick
well-
if they're showing you how they're doing it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, like what he was saying. Either way, one way or another.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
It's-
looking
they're
forward.
going to try to put
regardless.
like a great show on, so I'm
Oh
just
my God,
excited
yeah.
to see.
And again, like you I don't.
Imagine we get like Edge and Lita, but it's like Dom and Liv in like a bed
What if we get
after
Dom?
Dom wins his first title.
Dom and
And,
Liv.
and Raquel's just sitting in the corner watching.
Cucking.
She's in the cuck chair, in the hotel cuck chair. So it's like another time we're gonna see edging in the ring.
Ah, see what you did there.
Oh, I see what you did there. Well, yes, I'm very excited for that as well.
Sounds like Dom would be too.
You're totally right about that. But it is almost time for us to leave
Aw.
as usual. Okay, gunky. But before we do have a couple quick hits. Number one, Effie criticizes AEW for booking the Hammerstein Ballroom, and I did see this people having discourse about this one.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
I think it's a very interesting take. I think
Go
it's.
ahead.
Well, I just think it's. I didn't even think about it. Until
Well,
he
sounds
said.
like you.
Well, yeah, I don't think about much, but like I didn't even think about them doing that kind of because like the month that they that GCW announces it, they immediately book it that month, and it's like it is weird. And Effie says like it is kind of convenient that you guys creatively are running out of ideas and like stuff, and it's like now you're gonna just do this. And
well, apparently WWE was going to book it also, but the dates available were too close to AEW
interesting.
dates, so they were like, nah, they held off on it.
Well, and also, I mean, we just saw NXT do the 2300.
Well, that was kind of why
Right.
they were keeping up with the ECW thing.
it was really funny because Effie was like, I don't want to get personal about it, but then he just got super personal about it. He was like, yeah, like we can't go $20 million in debt as a company and then just like do whatever. Like we wouldn't be able to run. And he's like, oh yeah, like fucking Brett doesn't, his dad doesn't own a fucking football team and and he said it doesn't pay him millions of dollars to stay away from him or something like that. Like. So
It's
it was like,
shots.
I thought it was really funny. He was like, I'm not going to get personal, and then just got as personal as
Well,
he
it's
could
just because
probably.
wrestling's gay.
I'm not going to get personal, but I'm going to talk about this man's family.
Yeah.
I
respectfully.
I think, unfortunately for Effie, that this is a fucking awesome idea for AEW, though. It's the thing we've been telling them to do: work smaller venues.
Apparently,
Yeah.
2025. I was seeing that they're booking way smaller venues.
And if you're booking smaller venues and you're doing that as a trend,
Yep.
Hammerstein Ballroom is like absolutely one of the ones you should book.
Yeah.
100%.
So was it just
You're not wrong about
coincidence? Like there's already talks of them booing smaller venues. Then this happens, and they both book it. And I was like, that's it could just be unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
It's not an actual like they're not taking a shot, trying to like steal their thunder or anything. It would just be like, fucking. Can you imagine two wrestling companies wanting to book one of the most historic, famous wrestling venues in the history?
How dare they?
That's nuts.
That is a good point though.
Do you know that New
It's very
Japan
historic. It's
and
very-
Battlegrounds and NXT all book shows within the same year at
Well,
the 2300?
It is convenient.
Balderdash.
It is convenient
Malarkey.
that GCW books it and then every single other fucking wrestling company is trying to book it immediately after. When I haven't heard of a show at the Hammerstein Ballroom since GCW did it last time.
But there's maybe a reason for it. Like maybe they're not available. Maybe they weren't doing it. Like we don't know the time.
Well, I
of
feel
it.
like AEW was like that's too small for us, and now it's like that's the perfect size for us.
Yeah, they're realizing that is the right size. It's like
If we're gonna transition to a smaller place, like what he said, like the Hammerstein Ballroom is a great place to start.
I also do just like what were you going to say?
no,
Sorry.
go ahead. Mine was gonna be absolute bullshit.
Mine was too. So that's why I was like, please go
Well,
ahead.
I'll go ahead. I'll say the the AEW is now gonna act like Gunky's girlfriend, which is like,
Okay.
hey,
well,
I know
should have not let you.
you're gonna say it's a smaller reason. They're gonna be like, oh no, this is the perfect size for us. This is the size we like. Those big venues are too painful.
Okay, yeah, I should have just gone first.
Yeah, that's why I had to go with it now.
But what I was gonna say was, I'm loving the old school like late '90s feel right now. It's like everybody's kind of not even everybody's beefing with each other, but it's just like GCW's taking ECW's place right now. WCW is obviously AEW, and WWE is still WWE, just killing shit. Like, you know what I mean? They're in their
It's like
Attitude
old
Era
school
run.
WWE, yeah.
Just wait. We'll see
WCW's shitting the house and trying to take any talent they can from GCW, like Mike Bailey and shit. And so like, I don't know. I think it's very funny now. Like GCW obviously has some sort of tension with AEW from what I've heard from
This is
Effie.
the best
It's like,
thing for wrestling.
Totally.
When they all start fighting with each other,
yeah.
that's how we get good shit. Every
Good
single
shit,
time.
and then eventually one company just monopolizes the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna WWE will just buy GCW.
But
pretty-
WWE after they bought WCW that's why we went to Attitude Era, and that's when the show was amazing. So like it was some
Yeah.
of the peak
You are
moments
correct.
were because
Competition
of the
breeds,
after effect.
Well, the Ruthless Aggression, which is my favorite era, is kind
Yeah.
of like the baby of all that because you had all the WCW guys, all the WWE guys. It was the monopoly. It was just everybody.
Yeah.
Well, once a company hires Vince Russo, we'll know where we are at in the timeline. And it
That's
won't
the
be
one that's
long
going
for that
down.
company. yeah.
Well, Bischoff's writing for MLW.
MLW.
Did you
You
hear
guys
about next
hear
week?
this about next week? Next up, and you know what? I was laughing because I just saw the sentence that was actually written. and I'm going to read it word for word. Every Rock movie sucks, and Red One is the cherry on top of this crap sundae.
That was.
I do agree.
Can you guys guess who added that to the notes?
I can guess.
Anyone
I
have
believe it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Did you see Red One?
No, I didn't see
I
it.
love these shitty movies. I enjoy Hallmark movies.
No, I'm gonna watch it.
And
It's a
I'm
Christmas
going
movie.
to
I'll watch
this.
it.
The one with Ryan Reynolds.
Well, that was fucking great. One
I
with Will
love that
Ferrell last
one.
year.
You know
Or
what I mean?
you're talking about Ryan Reynolds and The Rock and Red Notice, which is
Red,
funny.
No, it's Red One.
No.
Red
So
Notice.
Red
That-
Notice
that was
with
that
Ryan
one.
Reynolds was a
It's
movie
supposed
he
to be a
did.
part 2.
This is Red One, not related to Red Notice at all. I thought it was a prequel.
Red.
When I saw he was doing a movie called Red One, I was like, oh, Red Notice, and then you do Red One, and that's the prequel name.
And the best part about this is there's also a movie called Red, Retired and Extremely Dangerous. That's
Yeah,
what
that
stands
movie's
for.
sick.
But that had nothing to do with The Rock.
I know, but I'm
That's the
just
Bruce
saying
Willis
that-
one?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then they made
that movie
Red
was fucking
2.
awesome.
So there's Red 1 and there's Red 2.
There's Red
Red
2, and now
Yeah,
there's
it's
Red
not
1.
Red 1. It's Red 2, Red
Yeah.
1, Red Notice.
Red Dead Redemption.
I still don't even know
Red Dead
how to
Redemption
read
2.
this title. Like, is it Red 1 or is it Red 1? You know what I mean?
I thought it was like Bread One.
Red 1. So like Air Force 1. Santa
Okay.
Claus is like they're like Santa
he
Claus
is Red
for
One.
security.
Yeah, it's a Santa
Okay.
Claus, which is played by J.K. Simmons.
Oscar winner J.K. Simmons.
Fucking love J.K. Simmons.
He's great.
He's jacked in the movie too.
course.
Just yoked. It's a dude.
We get to see The Rock lay a smackdown on some snowmen at the
On their
beach.
candy
Tell
asses
me the
and
last
eating
time The
candy
Rock
canes.
had a good movie.
Jumanji.
The Jumanji franchise was a fun thing, but like, he had like
what was
no hand in
the-
that.
The one where he was a spy with
Pain and Gain.
little short guy.
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart.
Central Intelligence?
Central
That was a
Intelligence.
long time ago. That was like
He was all like
Also
fat
not-
as a teenager.
also
and they
not a
mixed
good
him.
movie.
What about
Like,
what about Pain and Gain?
Painting
Not a
Game's
good
sick.
movie.
That's an awesome movie. What?
That's not a good movie.
No, it's not a good movie.
All right, you're bugging. That's
Um,
a great
This
movie.
is like the dude
What
makes
about
shit
Fast-
films.
I
What
like
about
them
Hobbs and
all.
Shaw?
I will watch them
If
all.
you
No, that's-
if
that
it's in
movie
the
sucks.
Fast and Furious universe,
That
it's
shit
an
sucks.
absolute garbage. And if
Okay,
you like
crazy.
Fast and Furious, you do
Disrespect.
not
Don't-
have
that's
you do
awesome.
not have an
Look,
opinion on movies
Okay,
We
I'll
might
anymore.
say
have to
this.
have the
After
same
the
couch.
fifth
We might have
one-
to figure this out.
After the fifth one, it went downhill.
Fast and the
I'll give you
Furious
that.
is
After
amazing
after they named a movie
franchise.
called Too Fast,
I hate
Too
those
Furious,
What do
Furious.
you mean? That's a sick name for a movie.
Right.
Too Fast.
and then they
Too
went to
Furious?
Tokyo
I
Drift.
just like
and you're
the
like, what the fuck does that have to do
I
with
just like the
anything?
Tokyo Drift theme song.
Yeah, we're getting
Uh,
off topic.
This is
I am going to see it. I will be in line at the no.
there's gonna be you're gonna be part of the dozens and dozens of people that go to see this
to the
movie.
dozens
If you don't
and
like it, you
dozens.
can turn it sideways, polish it up nice
I'm
and
just saying
shiny.
that movie is set to make like 30 million in its first week, and it costs 250
Yes, I
million
did
to
see
make.
this.
It's
I did
going
see
to be an
It's
absolute,
going to be an absolute
bomb.
It's
It's
gonna be
crazy
an
that movies like people like.
But you know-
industry is like that.
But you know what that means? You know
Watch
what
it
that
be a
means?
cult classic.
No,
Yo.
you know what this
DVD
means, guys?
quicker.
No, there's gonna.
We're gonna get more rock and wrestling because he's not
Rock
gonna
and
be,
Wrestling podcast.
The Rock
He's
and
not-
Wrestling Connection?
He's
That's
not
right,
gonna
eh?
be. He's not gonna be booked for any movies coming up.
That is
Because
true.
no one's like, hey, let's follow
They're
that.
gonna be
up.
like,
Well,
well,
it's gonna
They're gonna be like,
well,
just see Red
finance
One?
those
Huh?
Well, there is actually one thing that could change all of that because I think he's doing a role that could kind of change his career
Yes,
a
he
little
is.
bit.
Moana
boxing
2.
thing.
The Smashing
Kerr.
Machine.
Yeah, he's playing
Moana
Mark-
2.
No,
Moana
Moana
2,
two.
the live
Actually,
act.
But
And
this
they got
time-
the live action Moana.
Well, this time Moana has a tattoo.
Oh shit!
Moana
No, he
tat-
is going to
He's
do a
playing Mark
movie,
Kerr, and he's doing like an actual full
a
like
very
transformation.
dramatic biopic.
Yeah.
I know. I was
That could be
excited
very good.
about that movie. It's A24. I fucking love those guys. They're
Yeah,
doing
they're killer.
great shit over there. And then
gonna
they
be a
put
really
like,
good
then The
movie.
Rock's gonna be, and I was like, I'm out. Sorry,
This guy hates people with families.
This guy hates everybody. Look,
fake families.
Before we go,
yeah, before we go, we just have to
open
give
mouth
I
out-
just
daughters.
need to have a moment of silence for Chase U,
Ugh,
Yeah, R.I.P.
yeah.
the
Chase
Red
U.
and Black.
Rest in piss. I'm smoking Chase U pack tonight.
What do you know? The dance is like that.
Oh,
Give me
What
a
he's
C.
in the
Give
cut
me a
with my
H.
twin, we be
Got
vibing.
it. Oh. Yeah,
That's why
R.I.P. Chase
subconsciously
U.
I wore red and black today.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
Chase U alumni.
I wore red and black on my sneakers, which are in the shot right here. That was just for the.
I wore no red, no black. I don't want any. Well, I did wear black, and there is actually red.
Well,
in
that
there.
is
Because you're a
what
Rich
we do
Holland
with Chase
fan.
U.
I am a Rich Holland fan.
And Roman wore black with navy pants for some reason because he got dressed in the dark.
He's
This is-
doubling down.
You went, yeah, a royal blue with the navy with a black in between is wild.
Okay, you
man.
know what? Actually, unironically, I did get dressed in the dark this morning.
it shows. It shows. I thought these
look,
were black pants.
Woody, if we can, stop Woody's hating for just a minute. It is time
It's
for us to
impossible.
go. But before we do,
know this, that when we go and these cameras stop rolling, I will still be hating.
That is true. He'll continue his.
It won't.
not
It's
a
not a
gimmick.
gimmick. It's
This
real
is
life.
not a gimmick.
He'll continue his.
He lives
rule.
the gimmick.
But make sure you listen to all our other podcasts, Grappling with the Gilmans, Hardcore Happy Hour. Watch Suplex and Chill. Watch Mystery Violence Theater.
Especially those last two.
Especially the last two. They were really good.
Homo cop.
Yeah, make sure you tap in with us on Instagram, svw.worldwide. Get us on TikTok, suplex.svw.
Tap in.
Hit the website, suplexsvw.com.
Come see us this weekend.
Yeah, come see us down at the mall, American Dream Mall.
American Dream.
American Dream Mall. Because I remember because it's the house that Dusty built.
The house.
Come see us at the American Dream Mall with Mick Foley and the rest of the gang from GCW.
Drive on down the roads to get to the American Dream Mall.
Haha.
Jesus.
Well
You should
played.
have heard the joke he said before this podcast started.
It's clean though.
It was. Before we get out of here, is there anything else, gentlemen?
Nope.
Man,
Like,
let's-
share,
Oh,
follow, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, that's all.
And
Don't forget, Gunky's gonna have 20s in his pocket at the show. Go
that is
see him.
true.
Rob me.
By
Just
the
reach
time
in
this
there and grab
podcast
him.
comes
Fish in
out-
there.
Just reach in and grab them.
by the time this podcast comes out, Big AJ will have wrestled on AEW.
You might be world champion by the time this podcast comes out.
I don't think that's even possible. But
Podcast is on Friday.
Oh, yeah, what are you
Actual
talking
show
no,
about?
he's wrestling.
Saturday.
He's wrestling tonight also.
Where?
In Reading.
Well,
Oh.
we gotta get fucking there.
Okay.
Is the RZA gonna be there?
We gotta go, guys.
All
We're
right.
not gonna make it to Reading on
Yeah, we're not
time.
gonna make it to Reading, so let's get out of here.
Wait, pull up a picture of the chill guy.
Chill guy, put the chill. You're like, Jarvis, can you pull up the chill guy? Jarvis, pull up the chill guy. Who is that guy? I don't know who he is. Bro, he's an overnight success. He's so chill.